Hey everyone, today I am not in Benjamin Rush State Park. I'm actually in Lycoming County, but the video that you clicked on and that you're going to be watching is absolutely in Benjamin Rush State Park. And the reason the intro is not in Benjamin Rush State Park is because Dippy Jen never hit the record button. It's actually kind of funny. I probably walked maybe 10 to 15 feet behind Tony and Kathy from Rustic Ventures talking into my camera. That was not recording. So anyway, I did want to do an intro because this video that you're going to watch is the first collaborative video I've done since starting my channel. And I'm really honored that it was with Kathy. So Kathy is one of a handful of local YouTubers that sort of inspired me to start my own channel. And I think what I like most about her videos, she really does a lot of research and she really knows about the area that she explores. So you're gonna see a lot in this video. You're gonna see the remains or ruins of an old water treatment facility. We're also going to see an area where there are some unmarked graves of some freed African-American slaves. And then we're also going to see the remains of an old prison farm. So the video is actually a little longer than most of my videos, but we covered so much. We saw so much, and I really want to thank Kathy for that because there's no way we would have found what we found had Kathy not been with us, because everything was really grown over. And I had been to Benjamin Rush State Park before. I never did a video there. It was prior to starting my channel, and I had no idea there was so much down there. So anyway, let's watch the video. It's a loop. It is. Yeah, there's so much down here.
There is.
Fall or winter is the best time to come.
And very early spring.
Yeah.
Like the best time to try to find ruins and stuff.
So I actually picked the worst time to come, but I'm confident we're gonna see something, so stay with us. So we are making our way through sticker bushes.
Yes, we are.
And all kinds of plant life.
I do remember that there was a lot of dead trees.
Kathy, I could never find this. You'd never think we were in Philadelphia, right?
Exactly. So there's a concrete thing here.
All right, well, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
We have some old concrete here.
All together.
So while we are searching through the weeds, just a little information on Benjamin Rush State Park. The park is named after Dr. Benjamin Rush, a founding father signer of the Declaration of Independence. That's pretty cool. And he authored the first American psychiatric textbook and advocated for improved mental health care and addiction treatment. All this land at one time was part of Byberry, which was I guess a behavioral health institute, maybe? That's probably the better way of putting it. We are like knee deep in weeds. This is
the triangle ones are mile a minute. They're extremely invasive.
Oh my gosh, we are headed downhill.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady. There's Tony.
What?
Having fun yet, Tone?
Yeah.
Oh, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Oh my gosh, but do you think this is definitely the right way?
Yes, I remember the hill.
Okay, so we definitely think this is the right way, but I just want to give you guys a little perspective of what we're looking at here. We should have brought a machete.
Where is Kathy bringing us?
Maybe Kathy's like a serial killer. She's bringing us out to the middle of nowhere. Look at this. Look at the size of this mushroom.
I don't know.
Now I was thinking maybe chicken in the woods, but you're right. That's like
fungus
orange, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Yeah.
orangey.
So we don't want to eat this.
No.
No.
Turkey tail.
It might be turkey tail. Can I eat turkey tail?
I think you could use it in teas and stuff like that, but don't quote me on
I'm
that.
not going to eat it.
Danny's more of the mushroom expert than I am.
All right. Well, we will bring Danny when we go mushroom foraging. So I was admiring this tree, which is pretty wild, how there's two trees sort of growing together here. And Kathy pointed out that this is a foxhole.
Did they dig their hole?
Yeah, they do.
Which I never would have known. Hey, Kath, look at this.
The fox.
There's what the
like
heck
a
is
mattress
this?
thing.
Yeah, it's a mattress thing.
I looked right at the hole, looked right past
It's
that. I didn't even
a
see
spring, what would you call that? A spring, oh God, what am I
Like-
trying to say? You know, a mattress thing.
A mattress or
Do you think
car.
that's possible
Or
from
a
the
seat.
hospital?
It could be.
Maybe. Maybe. So I know with the prison farm, there's always the chance we're gonna run into possibly some homeless people living down there, but I don't think we're gonna run into anyone down here, Kathy, because it's impossible to get down here. This would take some serious effort.
So the stream should be right here.
Okay. So you feel it was near, like, the edge of the park.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I saw this building. And I'm like, oh, it's probably still there. So then we ventured here. And yeah, I was actually surprised to find it. And not only to find it, but at the time it had very little graffiti.
So one of the things I really like about Kathy's channel, by the way, it's Rustic Ventures, so check it out. She finds a lot of these places. So as you know, I'm not the best at doing research. So I can't tell you how many places I found out about by watching her channel. All right, so I believe we are getting close, folks. Check this out. We've got an old rusty bucket, which I don't want to cut my finger on that because that would be a tetanus shot. All right, so we just popped out onto this stream, and on the other side we have some private property. So just to give you an idea what we're kind of looking for, the ruins are remnants of industrial municipal infrastructure that served the Philadelphia State Hospital. What we're probably going to find are some broken pipes, masonry fragments, and other scattered industrial fragments in the woods that are visible above the ground and partially hidden by leaf litter and vegetation. Partially hidden? I think it's a little more than partially hidden. All right, so Tony found what appears to be a fender from an old car, but you know what, right? That's not an old car because it's plastic. So
In North Carolina, I think it was.
now how the heck would a part of a car get down here? These little adventures never cease to amaze me. You never know what you're going to find when you venture into the woods. I almost said jungle because it really does feel like we're in a, I don't know, like the Amazon forest. Does anyone else feel like we're in the Amazon forest?
Like I'm in the
Got some more mushrooms. I'm just trying to show you guys everything that I find interesting. And then we have this moss-covered log, or downed tree, I should say. As I'm following Kathy deeper and deeper into the Amazon. So bricks and concrete. That is a good sign. Just when we were ready to give up. So it's got to be around here somewhere. Kathy was saying she hopes they didn't tear it down. There's more concrete there. Like a.
All right, we're getting.
I think we're probably getting close.
There's a big mound of stuff.
What, Tone?
A big mound there.
Oh yeah, Kathy's. Oh, Kathy! I see a fence and a mound.
Hold on.
Tony found the mound, and I see a fence. I see a fence. All right, so we came upon this fence, and there's definitely some ruins back there, Kathy. And that's the end of the fence right there.
Pricker bushes right here.
Nasty.
Nasty.
Oh God, yeah, they're like, wow, look at those thorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful, Kathy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna step on this one behind you.
And they're hanging here too. So, oh my goodness.
What we do for YouTube views, right? I hear Kathy saying this is it, so I'm taking a different route in than Tony and Kathy because I think this might be easier. All right, so if I can make it past these thorns, I just got really stuck trying to go the other way. Oh, this is easy. That's because Kathy and Tony cleared the way for me. So there is a fence around it, but we have found some very cool ruins. Oh, wow.
there's like a platform where people can walk.
And you can see right over here, there's, I guess, a platform that you could walk. So, I'm not a... Tony, Kathy. So the water would probably come up through these pipes.
Yep.
And then maybe...
A pool.
There would be like 2 reservoirs or pools.
And like they would treat the water here. And there's more remnants down this way.
Now I'm gonna just check out these pipes real quick.
There should be a stone wall on the other side where you're heading.
Oh, I see it. That looks old.
Yeah, that's old.
So we got these pipes, which I'm thinking, you know, with a non-educated theory here, the water would come up through these pipes, right? This here would be like a place where whoever worked here could walk across. All right, so now I'm on this little walkway, and Kathy pointed out there's an old stone wall over here. This is all concrete, but there's an old stone wall over there, which I don't know if there's an easier way to get there than crossing here. I don't really want to lose Kathy and Tony. Oh my God. It's fun. I mean, usually when I'm done these adventures, I really enjoyed myself, but sometimes making my way over to things is not the easiest. Okay, so here you go. So Kathy, maybe the last time you were here, you came from a different direction.
Yeah, because we came from the old wallway.
Okay.
So I'm thinking the grass up on that trail up there must have been shorter because we couldn't work our way.
So Kathy's saying, I don't know if you can hear her, but she believes the last time she was here, she worked her way across towards this wall. Oh yeah, there's like a huge bucket over here too in the... I'm gonna find my way over to that wall. It's huge. I'm a little scared. Oh God, Kathy. Yeah, come here, look. How do I pick it up? Just from the shell? Just grab it here? It's not gonna bite me or hurt me?
He's pretty. Yep, go ahead. It's not gonna bite.
You sure?
They can't.
Kathy said it's not gonna bite.
It's
So
fine.
if this thing bites me, it's on her. All right, let's see. Just pick it up like this.
Yep.
I'm a little funny with things like this. Oh my God.
Now his feet might kick out, but that's okay. His feet
Oh,
don't really
check
hurt you.
this out. I'm gonna hand it to you, Kathy.
Oh wow.
Look at, oh, I'll put him right here.
Okay.
Or her. There you go. Look at that. Our friend. What should we name her?
This is a boy, I think.
Oh, it's a boy.
So,
we'll name him
Elmer.
Elmer. I like it. There's Elmer the turtle. He guards this old ruin. Elmer. Oh, that is so cool.
So my son is very into turtles, and he says when there's an indent, that's because they use it when they mount the female.
Oh, wow.
I think,
Okay.
don't quote me on that. This very well could be a female. I don't know.
Most
but
likely, that makes sense.
if Danny was here, he would definitely be able to tell.
All right, Danny, if you're watching this, we need to know. Danny is the turtle expert.
Yes. Wow.
That's
I'm
cool,
wondering-
right?
yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen one of them in the wild before.
I'm wondering if someone put him in there. Like,
Why? Does that not appear to be
how is he going to
native
get
to
out?
Pennsylvania?
No, like he was
Oh,
originally
put
a
him
pet, and someone put in here. And,
Oh, you think so?
yeah.
That's kind of sad, right?
Yeah. Out
Yeah.
in the open in the grass more.
All right, so as Kathy walks off with the rescuing Elmer. Elmer. Okay. Elmer the turtle. I'm going to check out this old stone wall. Now, this stone wall, Kathy, is probably very old.
Yeah, I think it's a lot older than this.
Yeah, than the concrete structure. But look at this. So there's like, I don't know, right? I mean, the water would come through there, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what any of this stuff is, but I'm going to get as much of it on film as possible. I always say film, but obviously it's not film, it's video. But this, yeah, there's holes, Tony, and then there's a cap with bolts on it. I am just walking along this wall, and we got some old tires down here that were dumped. But this is, again, I don't want to get cut on old rust. Oh, this is heavy. Whatever this is, it's heavy. Just a peek over the wall. Hey, Tony, are you on the other side of the wall? Is there anything over there? Tony can see the whole wall. I think I'm probably going to try to get over to the other side of the wall if I can find my way out of here. But just to give you an idea again, so that's where we found the turtle. And then maybe 20, 30 feet down that way is one side. And then we come all the way over here. And we have like an old drum over here, which you can probably see. Not sure what it says on it. It says, I'm gonna climb over this wall again just to see what that says. Okay, I'm back over the wall. And this says, automatic transmission fluid. Why would we have automatic transmission fluid down here? Well, probably when this was a state hospital, they probably operate it pretty independently as far as mechanics, and I'm not really sure what I'm saying, but you get the gist. Just a view from this platform that we talked about where I guess you could walk across without stepping into the water. So you can still see the remnants of sort of like a channel. And this channel goes right up to, which you probably can't see it on my GoPro, but there's an old brick wall there. And Kathy said that we can probably get inside that old building. So we believe these are remnants from Byberry State Hospital. All right, so we've got a manhole over here, and Tony was saying maybe you can get to the tunnels through that manhole. So I'm gonna try to put some notes on the video, but I grew up in Northeast Philly, and I remember there were always stories that there were tunnels underneath the hospital. So it would be very cool if we could find the tunnels, but that's probably not going to happen today. But maybe a video for another day. And if you have any information on this place, if you're watching this, please reach out to me, because I'm very intrigued. All right, so I just found an old fire hydrant, which is pretty cool. Look at this, Tone.
Yeah.
An old fire hydrant just rusting away in the woods. All right, now I'm following Kathy. I'm not going to touch this, Tony. This, as I've been told several times, is poison ivy.
And now you've got your fingers.
Now this here, Tony, I don't think that's a tree. That's an old pole, right? Doesn't that look like an old pole? It's too straight. That was an old telephone pole, probably, or something.
Maybe.
You don't think so? Yeah, I think so. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at this. All right, so here you can see this channel of water leading into this beautiful brick ruin. All right, so before I go in there, just real quick, these ruins are remnants of industrial municipal infrastructure that served the Philadelphia State Hospital, Byberry, and nearby facilities. So probably not only the hospital, Tony, this probably served, I guess, other facilities or businesses in the area. And when the Philadelphia State Hospital and its service infrastructure were decommissioned, demolished, many of the outbuildings, treatment works, and utility elements were removed or abandoned. All right, so yeah, this is an old trash can. Wow, they don't make them like that anymore. I mean, it's falling apart, but that's heavy metal. So try to make our way in here. And again, we have another pit here. Tony, this is really cool, but be careful when you come back here.
I'm going to be very careful, John.
Because I don't know, who knows? Maybe this could collapse too. But you got this, so I guess the water used to run underneath.
Maybe.
Maybe yes. Maybe no.
Oh, you got some
Wire on a window.
Yeah.
Probably protected from vandals or something.
You know what's interesting about this, Kathy? And we're in Philadelphia.
Yep.
What do you think I'm going to say? No graffiti. That's pretty amazing, actually, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm not encouraging anyone to come down here. We got the wire here, and you can see some remnants of the old plaster. What's left of it. It's interesting that they tore everything down, but they didn't get to this. Totally.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. Well, you know, Kathy, I always feel like it's a race to get to things while they're still in existence.
While they're still in existence.
Yeah.
Before they tear it down.
Yep. And we got this little section here. So, Kathy, do you know when Byberry officially shut down the hospital? It was like the 90s, right? Early 90s, maybe? Or maybe the 80s? Probably,
The 80s or
probably the
90s.
80s, yeah. Because I would assume this, what we're looking at right now, might have been operation until the hospital shut down. Possibly. Always sort of guessing, but if I find out any information, I'll put it on the video.
Really bad.
So on my way out, I just happened to notice this, which I don't know why I find this interesting, but I have no idea. A water filtration system or something, right? And
Or
then
a
you got,
conduit for electricity.
or a conduit for electricity, Kathy said. And Kathy seems to feel, when she was here before, there used to be a lot more still here. And Tony had mentioned there's a lot of like concrete on the other side that's torn down.
And there's actually some concrete over here as well.
So we just walked through the woods to get out of that area we were in, and there was just tons of concrete down here. So it looks like something was probably, well, obviously there was something here at one time, but quite possibly it was torn down within the last, I don't know, last decade or so. Because there's a lot of concrete over here as well. So it's kind of cool that there's still some of this left intact. You know, I was talking to Kathy about how like it's almost like a race to get to these things before they're gone. And we're gonna get to them all today, Kathy. Now, Tony and I are following Kathy to an old African-American gravesite. So now we are headed to, now I want to make sure I get this right, Kathy, an African-American cemetery from, they were freed slaves.
They were freed slaves.
Back in the, what, like 17? Oh.
Was it 1700s?
1700s.
Or no, 1800s. Sorry, 1800s.
1800s, so.
And because it was a forced religion, they were dubbed Quakers, so they didn't have any headstones or markers or anything like that.
Just found this along the trail. Check this thing out, right? Looks like, Kathy said it looks like one of those Chinese stars.
That's from a giant ninjas used to live here in the woods.
Yep, exactly. That's actually pretty cool looking.
So now we just started a new, what am I trying to say? A new, urban legend. The, how did you refer to them, Tony? They were the
Giant ninjas.
Giant ninjas that used to live back in these woods. So somebody like 50 years from now, Kathy, they're going to do a video on the giant ninja story.
And use this as a research.
Yes.
See what you started, Tony?
All right, so we just popped out onto this road, or old road. You can't bring vehicles down here anymore. There's no access to it. And I may or may not have mentioned, I used to, before I had the YouTube channel, when I lived in Philadelphia, I used to come here and I used to run. So I would run down this part of the park. I just had no idea all those ruins were back there. But I do remember once I took one of these trails back to the creek and I found an old like coffee cup and an old spoon, and they both said state property on them. So I guess it was somebody from the hospital, maybe somebody that worked at the state hospital, or maybe one of the patients. And I find stuff like that so interesting. When I find like an old bottle or an old remnant from the past, I just try to picture, I don't know, who was drinking that coffee? What was their story? Probably a sad story, especially if it was a patient. All right, so we are coming up to the African-American burial ground. And I'm just going to kind of follow Kathy, because Kathy had a lot to do with actually finding this spot. In the description of the video, I'm going to put a link. She was actually on the local news. She brought attention to this. I believe this is the area, but I'm going to kind of talk to Kathy a little bit about this because I don't know that much about it. So you do see like concrete and some other things here, but from what you were telling me, Kathy, this was actually a dumping ground at one time?
Sure was.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's... So you believe... Okay, we already established there were never any headstones, so... You can see all this. It looks like construction material. A lot was dumped here, but do you have any idea how many?
So that was another issue. There's definitely one. Just don't know if there's one or if there's 20.
Wow.
Because there is a name to the one. I'm forgetting his name at the moment, so forgive me about that.
Oh, that's okay. I'm kind of thinking if there was one, there were probably
more. I
mean, I'm just guessing, but probably more. And we don't know the exact location. But I do want to show this sign here, which maybe I saw it when I came in, but the fact this is here, and I don't know, it says for info, www.sppaaa.org. I don't know what that is, but you could certainly go on that link and maybe you can look up the story. But the fact that this is here actually has a lot to do with Kathy sort of found this area, so she had a lot to do with it.
That was a really...
So there is, we do know, we don't know right now, but we do know the name of someone that is buried here.
I want to say Jim or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad that then people just dumped here.
Exactly. The organization that took over, I do believe she did want to get ground penetrating radar.
Okay.
To see how many individuals are interred here.
Yeah, and you can do that.
Yeah.
I'm just walking up here because this appears to have been a road at one time, which kind of makes sense if people were dumping here. You saw how hard it was to get down here, so I don't think you'd be carrying whatever you were dumping the way we came. So there must have been an access road at one time. So I'm just going to follow this up a little bit further, and we have a lot of concrete up here. So I don't know what all this was. I mean, I wouldn't think this would be brought down to be dumped. There might have been some type of a structure here. So I just ran up this trail to see what was over here, but I believe this is actually an Amazon facility, so that's not real old. But I'm definitely curious about what all this was.
Found a trail a little bit more from the cemetery, and she found all these concrete. Oh, I don't even know if they're concrete. They actually look like.
Yeah, they look like cut stone almost, right?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah,
She ran up the trail a bit and didn't see much more.
That limestone.
You think, Tom? It might be. So
I don't know if there's a building here or not.
Yeah, like I was saying, like there was a road here at one time, but I don't think someone would dump this down here because.
Can you imagine trying to get that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would you do that? And I would think we just don't know. But you know what? Every time you go on one of these little adventures, it kind of leads to more curiosity, and that's what I think I like most about these type of explorers. All right, so now Kathy guided us to an old prison farm. So it was operated as a prison farm by the Holmesburg prison, and then later it was used by Bybury Hospital, which, as we mentioned before, was the state hospital. And they used it for patient labor, which to me, that automatically sounds kind of sad. Patient labor? Anyway, I better stop talking and make sure I keep up with Kathy and Tony. Oh my God, look at this, Tone. Wow. I mean, as soon as we got on this trail, it's right here. Oh, wow, this is huge. I always get so excited when we find what we're looking for. But this is definitely very cool. Still have this, I guess, was the door right here. Of course, we have a lot of graffiti. And that, so it looks like there's concrete, but underneath there's old stonework. So what do you think this was? Like an old barn? Oh, wow. Yeah. Look at the old stonework. This is so cool. How high do you think that is? Pretty darn high. We'll just leave it at that, I guess.
I like that. Pretty darn.
I always overestimate and Tony underestimates. So usually if we guess, yeah, if we go between what Tony and I say, it's usually right. Oh my God. Honestly, you know, I say this sometimes. I come to these, some things are a little underwhelming. This is actually overwhelming. This is pretty awesome. How did I run down here all those years and never knew anything like this was down here?
To lay them stones like.
Look at this.
And a foot thick besides.
So this would have been a barn? Is that what you guys were
It was originally
saying?
a bank barn in 1700s. And this piece was later added, so this is like the loading dock. This pivots down so like load trucks can come up. There is a way to access it from there where you can actually walk up. It's like a ramp.
Okay, so we'll probably get to that. So this, Kathy was saying, used to be a, I guess, the loading dock.
Yeah, this was added after.
But I gotta sound stupid. What is a bank barn?
A bank barn is, okay, you went off.
I'm asking Kathy, what is a bank barn?
A bank barn is basically a barn
Right?
that goes into the side of a bank.
Okay.
So it can be accessed from this way
yeah.
to, you know, get to the second level a lot easier. How?
So there you have it, folks. That's what is referred to as a bank barn. Yeah, you gotta watch your step though, as I almost didn't realize there's a step down here. Lots of beer cans, lots of partying going on down here. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so Kathy's telling me kind of the direction I'm walking is towards some old pump house ruins. Not sure we're gonna get there or not. Tony is on the loading dock. All right, so.
That's a really pretty rock.
That is.
Sorry.
Sparkly.
It is, and it's got like pinks in it. And
Nothing to be sorry about. I like rocks too. Ow. Oh my God, did you see that?
no,
I just walked into a branch. I need to be a little more careful. It's a good thing I had my hat on.
you right?
But yeah, good times. There's Tony up on top of the loading dock. So the trucks would pull up here, they'd
Yeah.
load them up.
Load them up.
So this was a prison farm, as we mentioned. Before this was used as a prison farm, this was all farmland.
Townsend family. Sorry.
And Kathy just mentioned it was the Townsend family. No, don't be sorry, Kathy. I never would have known that. So it's always nice to add some information. All right, I'm gonna try to walk through here, find my way up to where Tony is. Try not to bump my head again. So once it became a prison farm or a farm for Byberry, prisoners and patients worked the fields, barns, and greenhouses.
Ah, yeah.
This whole area included barns, silos, greenhouses, chicken coops, and actually cattle pastures. So we do have to be careful. We're in the city. Doesn't appear as if there's anyone else down here, but it's definitely a popular party spot. I'm kind of thinking maybe at night some homeless people. So inmates and patients also repaired farm equipment here, and they maintained the grounds. Just me thinking out loud, if I were a prisoner, I might actually, I'm not gonna say I would enjoy this, but it might be kind of nice to get out, be out in nature and working during the day, as opposed to, I don't know, being stuck in prison with dangerous people. But if I were a patient at the hospital, I don't know. Hopefully they were compensated in some way. I'm kind of thinking they probably weren't. Sadly, it was probably looked at as cheap labor. All right, we made it up to where Tony is, and there's Kathy.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Kath. Oh, and then we look how high the wall goes from here. So yeah, this is a huge structure. Kathy, do you know when this was built? I can't seem to find it. If you don't, that's fine. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'd be guessing at this point. My memory's been really crappy.
Probably. Tony was saying probably the late 1700s, and I would most likely agree with that. I really have to watch. I'm like looking up. I could easily fall right off here. So if you come here to do a video, be careful. So here we have a rope hanging from, I don't know, some type of a bolt coming through here. Tony said I could climb up there. That's not gonna happen. So, pretty cool, right, Tone?
It is.
So I was reading, it looks like, I don't know if it's still here, but there was a silo and a greenhouse down here at one time.
I think there's, what'd you say is over here? A water
A pump house.
Pump house is over that way, and we got a few more ruins back here.
Oh,
which
okay.
I think were used for maintenance and storage.
Oh, cool. But this is really cool.
Yeah, I like the old thing.
And I believe this is one of those places like we were talking about earlier, Kathy. This probably isn't going to be here that long.
Watch out for like poison ivy roots.
Okay.
They're hairy. So you'll be able to identify them a little bit easier.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at the trees growing right up in here. And here's a part of the stone wall that looks like it collapsed from over here, I guess. Yeah, people were dumping back here too, Kathy. See all the tires?
Oh, yeah.
All the garbage. This root system's pretty cool. Very interesting. All right, so following Kathy to, what do you think this was?
I suspect it was like a maintenance building or storage area for the prison farm.
So this we believe, or Kathy had mentioned, which kind of makes sense. This probably was maybe a maintenance facility. And Kathy, like I was reading, it looks like they worked on equipment here too. So they did more than just farming. So maybe this is where they fixed
You could have brought your car.
farm equipment. I could have.
Yeah, it's a big building. Big. Gonna swing right back.
Lots of graffiti.
Yeah. Oh, there's some more.
You know, I'm not a fan of graffiti, but when I see it in places like this, it doesn't bother me too much. I guess. I don't know.
No, it's not gonna be here for.
I don't like it on the old stonework, though. That bothers me. But some of this is kind of artistic.
Oh, this.
Oh, wow. Well, this is a lot larger than I thought. Oh, this is huge.
Yeah.
This is huge. So we're on the other side of that room I was calling a maintenance facility. see, it was an A-frame roof. Oh, look at Tony found a shopping cart.
That's Walmart.
Walmart. Oh wow, that's really cool. Look at that. Oh wow, I get so excited over the stupidest things. But you can actually see, right, the window. Look, you see what I'm saying, Tony? Look, like the tree.
Oh, wow.
Like this
It's
iron,
rounded.
whatever, metal frame is actually part of the tree now. Very, very cool.
Good eye, Tony.
And we got some iron here. It's always interesting to see nature taking over or reclaiming. It's rightful. What did you say? It's rightful what place? Yeah. Yeah, there's a... What do you think? This, Tony, right here, right? This, you got this here. You got a tree in the middle, and then you got one over here, almost like... no.
Yeah.
Like, it almost looks like it would have been a roadway or a walkway, but that tree's pretty old.
That tree's pretty old.
So, probably incorrect on that.
Well, that could be good.
So Byberry Hospital actually closed in 1990, but as far as the farming operations here, it seems as if they slowed in the late 60s and 70s as institutional farming programs ended. And you know, Tony, I was talking to myself earlier. I said self. No, but I was saying that had I been a prisoner, like I might, not that I would enjoy the labor, but you kind of get out of your, I don't know what I'm trying to say, your prison cell, and you're out in nature. But if I were a patient at Byberry, it's kind of sad that they had to do labor. I'm sure a lot of it was forced labor, or at least I would think so. It might have been. Yeah, it might have been used as therapy. One would hope. Yeah, somebody's probably still sleeping down here. There's a pillow and a backpack. Wow, that's some vivid purple.
There's like a bolt
Yeah.
there. I don't know what that would have been for. The roofing, maybe, for gutter system? I don't know.
This is a pretty small little room here, right?
Make a great shed.
Yeah. Tony said there's a bunch of holes over here, so he was wondering if people were shooting at it. Ah, right up here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, Tone. You think? I mean, the bullet would still be in there, wouldn't it? It doesn't look like it went through. I don't know, these bullet holes, guys? Yes. No. Possibly. I don't know. All right, so now we're walking through the weeds again, and Kathy's trying to lead us to a possible pump house.
It's actually a really cool looking pump house, and you can see foundations of the greenhouse nearby.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, there is something right here.
Oh, yeah. Well, looks like it's pretty much torn down, but...
No, I think the pump house is still intact.
So we're looking for an old pump house, which is hopefully still intact. But over here, we've got some more trashed out. You did it.
Have any spiders on it?
So Kathy is in charge of tearing down all the spider webs before we get there. Ow, I just got stuck. So yeah, I mean, look at all this, Tony.
There's the concrete pile there.
All right, good eye, Kathy. She just spotted this to the right, this pump house. I would have walked right past it, so good job, Kathy. You know, the more and more I do these type of explorations, so often it's luck. You're like looking for something forever, and then there have been times where I'm on my way back to the car giving up, and I look one more time and I see something. So this was a pump house, Kathy?
Yeah, this was the pump house. Here is like the ditch.
Oh, wow.
The watering system, and the foundations for the greenhouses are back here.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, like you said, it's easier to find stuff in the fall, but I think it's cooler when there's leaves and
Yeah.
stuff on the tree when everything's grown up.
Tony was just saying it's easier to find things in the fall and winter, but in some ways it makes for, like, I don't know, nicer pictures when you see all the green around it. All right, so here you can see, so this, I guess, was a water filtration system. Whoa, I gotta watch where I step. Again, we got lots of beer cans. No lack of beer cans. So this was an old pump house. We got a tree growing up right in the middle. Here again, as I exit the other door, you can see where the water was, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. Where the water was navigated into the pump house. Navigated into is not what the word I was looking for. What, Tony?
Channel.
Leave it to Tony. Where the water was channeled into the pump house. I just have this issue where I have like a loss of, I can't pull a word out when I'm thinking. I'm a little nuts, in case you didn't realize it. Just in case. So this is all old cinder block. And we got like bolts here, so something actually, I guess, came up from there. It's kind of hard to figure out everything that went on here. So again, this is where the water was channeled. So this,
Once you let it run out.
this is all the pump house, or is
No,
this?
this is the greenhouse.
This is the greenhouse. Okay. So this would have been the greenhouse. Thank you, Kathy. And ow. We have
Can't
little.
jog to this ruin, Jen.
Can't what?
You can't jog to this ruin.
No, I cannot. So we got like these, probably posts went in here, maybe. So this was the old greenhouse where they probably spent a lot of the time. And I imagine working in the greenhouse was probably therapeutic. At least I like to think so. But that goes way back. So I could see that. I'm trying to think positive now, that it was a positive experience, but everything I've read, when people are struggling with depression or maybe some other mental issues, gardening, watching things grow is actually quite therapeutic. So as I'm sitting here in the greenhouse, I'm just trying to imagine what it was like for the prisoners. Maybe they found themselves in a really bad situation in life, or the patients from the state hospital, maybe they were sad, you know, away from home, and maybe coming here was, I don't know, some solace or sanctuary for them. All right, so gotta be careful. I don't want to break a leg. You see the falling bricks. And there is a large pit. Oh yeah. Ooh. Goes straight down, right?
Yeah, I think it only goes down about 2 feet though. I don't know. I should take a stick to it. That looks like
Throw a
there's-
rock.
Might be
You know what? It might be filled in too.
Yeah, that could be.
Ow. Look at that.
Oh,
Ah.
timber.
Oh yeah. That's a big
So there's like a pit here, which maybe it's filled in. I don't know. It looks like it goes down maybe 2 feet. Not sure what that would have been. We can only imagine. So we were trying to figure out how the pump house worked. I know very little about pump houses, but I think it kind of draws the water in from springs. But like Kathy said, probably maybe the creek. Not sure what that is. Going out that way?
Yeah, but you know, if it's a zombie apocalypse,
Yeah.
you're gonna be pretty protected.
All right, so I think I'm gonna end my video here again in Lycoming County because I think me and Kathy and Tony, we were having such a good time. We saw so much, and I mean, we really enjoyed ourselves, Tony and I. So thank you, Kathy, if you are watching. And you were probably laughing during my intro because if you remember, when I first met you, when we first started hiking, I was walking behind you for like 5 minutes talking into the camera, and obviously I did not hit record. But anyway, Kathy's channel is Rustic Ventures, so definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed. As I mentioned before, she does a lot of research and she's found some really cool places to explore. And if you could give the video a like, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much, and you all have a great day. Take care, everybody. I can't believe I said y'all. Born and raised in Philly, and I said y'all. Anyway, have a wonderful evening. Take care, everybody.